Hi everyone, Shay here with HDPhotoHub. We have a couple of updates to share with you this week. We added the first version of the media page to sites in the new interface. You can now add photos, videos, floor plans, and 3D tour links directly from within the new UI. And there's lots more to come in this area. We also added a search dropdown when selecting products on the order drawer, so finding what you're looking for is a little faster. All right, let's take a look. Let's hop over into the new interface by clicking our name in the upper right, and then New UX. Left-hand side, we did add a welcome page. This is a place where we'll put notices, new information, and just keep general updates for the new interface. And so you can check back here periodically. We'll keep a running list of all the updates that we put out. So if you're curious on what we've updated in the past, this is a great place to visit and see those updates. All right, let's hop over into the sites page here. And I do have a preparing site. I'm going to jump into it. And the main change on this page is that we added a media tab. So you can start to add media to your sites from the new interface. So I'll click media, and we have these broken up into several categories. We have photos. We do have 3D tours. This is replacing the upper and lower embedded section, floor plans and attachments. Those are carryovers from the legacy site. And so in order to upload, I'm going to click browse. You can also drag and drop onto this page, but for this example, I'm going to go ahead and browse. And this is the upload window. Let's start on the left-hand side. There's kind of some little Easter eggs over here. So we have My Computer, that's our default. We also have Dropbox and Drive as a source. Those are coming soon, so look for those in a future update. But you will have the ability to log into different platforms and import media directly from other sources other than your computer in a future update. For this, I'll click My Computer, I'll click Browse, and I'm going to select some photos for this listing. One thing to note here, I am selecting a floor plan. And something I want to call out is that we will automatically detect whether or not a image is a floor plan and put it into the corresponding category automatically. So something different than how it works currently. So we're just automatically putting those in the correct category based on the content of the image. Left-hand side at the bottom, one thing I want to call out here, we do have some defaults. And so currently in the legacy platform, you can set these on a image by image basis. But if you would like to, as a bulk import, set the default for all of this media to display on the branded property site or display on the unbranded property site. So if these are toggles that you typically use, you can set these while you're importing, and that'll apply these to all of the items that you are importing here. So I'll go ahead and upload these 15 files, and it'll start importing them from my computer into this listing. And then you'll see those images here. So a few things that we can do to manipulate these. You can drag and drop to arrange. So this image I want as the front one, so I can just slide it over. You can shift select, so I can click one, hold down shift, and select multiple to select everything in between. I have the option to deselect at the top, delete, and I can also group move things if I click or select them and then move them. So if I click the checkbox here, I'll select a few, and then I can move these as a group if I wanted to. And I clicked it by accident a second ago, but I'll open up the edit window. And so this is where you can have some other settings for individual media items by clicking on it. So we have a name, description, media type. This is automatically detected, but if we, for some reason, it doesn't detect correctly or automatically, you can come in here and set the media type to something specific if it is something other than just a standard photo. And then here are those settings, again, that I mentioned on the bulk upload, but you can do it or manage it at the individual level now. We do have the favorite, visibility, download, and delete, like we do in the legacy system, represented by the icons in the lower right here. I'll go ahead and exit this. And then let's take a look at the 3D tour section. So like I mentioned before, this is replacing the upper and lower embedded sections in the legacy site. So let's go ahead and add one. I'll go ahead and give it a name. We'll say we're going to add a Matterport in this case, and we're going to drop in a URL. And then once that URL is in there, it'll automatically update with a preview of the content for that URL. It is interactable, so I can, preview it if it's a, Matterport, iGuide, Zilla 3Ds. Those will be interactable right here in the viewport. And then in the legacy system, we had two different sections where you could add embedded media. So we had the upper and the lower as two separate sections. Now it's all just one section, and when you're adding it, you can say whether or not you prefer that to be displayed above or down lower on the listing website. So you have those toggles here instead of those individual upload sections. So I'll go ahead and add this, and you'll see that appear here. And then here's that floor plan that I added previously. It automatically went to the floor plan section. For some reason, if you do decide that's not where you want it, you can, obviously just move these up to whatever category. But we will automatically try to put it into the correct section based on the type of media or the content of the media that you upload. So that's the new media section. We're going to continue to improve and make changes to this. This is our first iteration of it. So let me know what you think of this. And then we'll continue to build, and then we'll add those other import sources that I demoed or hinted at in the upload window there. One other change in this release that I do want to mention, I'm going to hop over to order management. I'm just going to open up a order drawer here. When you're interacting with the order drawer, for brands that have quite a few products, sometimes when you're selecting a product, you have a very large number of products to scan through. We did add a search field. So when I click to look for a product, I can simply start typing now, and I can see whatever products I'm after. I can also search for categories. So if I search for a category, it'll just display everything that is in the category. So if you do have a lot of products in there, that should make looking for those products quite a bit quicker. All right, that's it for this one. We hope the new media page helps managing your sites and the new interface feel a little more complete. If you're not part of the beta program yet, please chat our customer service team and they'll get your account turned on so you can start using some of the features we showed in this update. And as always, thank you for being part of HD PhotoHub. We'll see you in the next update.